a laying it up. You keep a laying it up. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Shane Davis.
And I am Brandon Fountain. And we are the Controlled Burn.
Dead right.
Welcome. And welcome back to us because we were off last week.
Bro, so we've actually been really fucking good this last year about not missing.
No, I don't think we've only missed one episode, 1 week, right?
And we prepared for it.
Yeah.
Like we had an extra episode to put out. So I don't think we've missed a week until last week.
Yeah.
And
way to go, Shane. Way to go.
I'll take the heat on this one. Yeah, it was definitely my fault.
Kinda.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I
as much as it could be.
You know, like when you hear like, you know, every decision that you've ever made in your life has like led you directly to this like diarrhea you're having because of Taco Bell last night. Like everything that you've ever done has led to this moment of pain.
Everything.
It was one of those. It was my wife. You know, she's great. She's like, you know, like I really love you, man, but she's like, sometimes I'm like, who the fuck were you before we got together? So,
that too.
You know, I mean, you've got to watch the ride.
Yeah.
And I guess she's kind of watched it from afar, but
yeah.
Yeah, man, be careful who you have children with. It can definitely bite you in the fucking ass.
Don't put your thing where things ought not be unless you're committed to spending an eternity, not an eternity, but, you know, at least 18 years.
And that is a quote directly from Joel Osteen.
Probably, yeah.
I listened to a podcast with him earlier today. So Osteen, because everybody says Osteen, but he, out of his mouth, said it's Osteen.
Yeah. I've always said it Joel Osteen.
Dude,
I have heard people say Austin.
I had him mixed up with someone else.
With another television preacher, probably?
Yeah, they're like an older guy. Like I see, he almost looks like Jimmy Carter.
Kenneth Copeland?
I don't know. But when I watched he went on Logan Paul's podcast. And Logan Paul's got, honestly, Impulsive, pretty good fucking podcast. It's pretty good.
I've never watched it.
His co-host, this dude Mike, like he makes the show. Like he's
Mike.
Is
he in something else?
No, he's been in Logan's like crew. For,
yeah, okay.
I guarantee you would know his face.
Yeah, I know his face for sure. I know who it is.
He's a great podcaster. Like he kind of steers the ship. And Logan Paul, you know, he gets a lot of hate. Dude's impressive, man.
Well, here's the thing, man. He's a business guy.
Straight up.
So everything that you see, 90% of it is just the act, right? Like,
and he's in WWE now.
He's a pretty normal person, besides being like super rich. But
and he came from like a suburb of Cleveland. Like he did not come from money. Like they like had a split home. His dad was like really like the discipline. You know, you're gonna do this. They had consequences when they fucked up. They had a work ethic instilled in them, and so they took that and. Because he hit when Vine blew up. Like, he blew up with Vine. And that's where, like...
Good for the Vine.
Dude, Vines were great.
I loved Vine. Yeah.
Like, that's where I got, Water Malone.
I don't know how it died. Just other competing got better, yeah.
Well, when things like that blow up, you really get to see, like, if they weren't prepared for it, whoever's, like, running the business side of it, I'm sure mistakes were made. Like the Hawk Tua girl with her whole like crypto.
Oh man. Now she's on OnlyFans apparently.
No, fake news. I'm
really?
too plugged into the. Yeah. If she is, she's not showing butthole. I know that. Like it's.
Yeah. Fair. I understand now. Now my brain's with you.
Yeah. So she might.
Say you're plugged in on OnlyFans.
I mean,
let me see your bank account.
Doing what we do, we're content creators, 100%. So you gotta you gotta keep up with the competition.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't compete with butthole, but
but no, she had to learn the fucked up way. She had a team around her of not great people, made a business deal. She came out and broke it down exactly how it went, and she's like, I'm watching like the people that like I partnered with, like pacing, kind of acting weird, and she's like, are we good? Like everything cool? And they're like, yeah. And around her, the world is crumbling because they did like the pump and dump, using her like name and saying, and so she like got wind of it, cut ties.
Yeah, and she's dumb, like, and not dumb like a person, but like just I guess that's a poor choice of word. She's ignorant to that. She doesn't know how business works. She doesn't know how life works yet. She's young still, but also like she's just like not into that. So she's completely ignorant to crypto. Like that's probably her first exposure to it outside of her friends. Like, oh, I bought some crypto. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hell yeah.
Doggy, they found her on a street
after a bar
talking about blowjob technique. You know what I'm saying? Like. Right. And she is a kid essentially, like, you know, like I'm not sure how old she is, but I mean around 21 at best. And I could see me and you, because I mean, fuck, dude, me and you, like made it so hard on our older selves financially in our youth. Yes. Like we learned little schemes here and there, yes. like my dumb ass, like. By my 4th or 5th bank account, they stopped letting me make bank accounts. I was like, y'all can do that? Y'all can tell me that I can't have a bank account with you? And they're like, yeah, look here, of all your shit you've done. I'm like 19. I'm like, hold on. Y'all like are connected like that? Like, oh shit. JP talking to Cap One? So I had to learn. It took some time.
And that is when you learned about BankNet.
Bro, dude, the first time I got whacked on like an overdraft, like I did not, this is the shit they should teach in school. But
facts.
I remember at the time I was like working 80 hours a week and I was making good fucking money. Like this is damn near 20 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
And I was making like $1,300 a week, and
which was good money. Like, that's survivable nowadays, not by much, but survivable. But back then, it was a lot more money.
Dude, like, for an 18-year-old, I had no kids, right. no nothing. And
you lived like a king.
Dog, I mean, we drank a lot of beer. Yes, but I go, on payday, I go to, like, buy something, and I get declined, right? So, and this is payday. I'm like, well, that's odd. So I'm like, the bank clearly fucked up. So I go to the bank, and... they're like, oh yeah, you're overdrawn like a few $100, and they were like, but you were overdrawn like $1,100 or like $1,500, and then your pay hit it and paid that off, but you still do owe us a few $100. And I was like, hold on, come again? I'm like, hold on, what do you mean? Y'all let me spend money when I didn't have money? And they're like, well, yeah, like they're like, and you have this overdraft protection, and
every time you use it, it costs you $40, $20.
Yeah, you go get that 99-cent Big Q drink, $35 charge.
Yeah, right.
Like in a can of dip. I mean, I thought about all the dumb individual things I bought. I was like, oh my god, like stop. Yeah. Like, don't let me. Why would you let me do that? Like, that's crazy. Like it was. We always say, don't take our advice. Take that advice.
Take that advice.
Straight up. So how you been, bro?
If you're real stupid, turn the overdraft protection off. You don't need it.
Oh, dude, I don't fuck with it. Like it literally. Well, and now with technology, like it's easy to like turn those things on and off.
Yeah.
So now, like if I absolutely need it, I know I can turn it on, use it, and I'm blessed to where it hasn't been an issue for a while. But now I get it. Like I'm daddy's trying to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make the correct. I don't even let people fucking what are they, like an inquiry? Like stop. Like as soon as like you better run my credit. Nope. Like I'm trying to build this shit.
I hear you.
So it has been a long fucking week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been fucking crazy, bro.
Dude, life has been busy. We've got, and it's even, dude, we're getting into this. So my kid's on, softball team.
She's a beast.
Yeah, dude, and it's, I'll say it. She's really good. Her skill level, and I'm not just being that dad, but her skill level, there's about 2 or 3 girls on the team that hit pretty good.
Right.
Skylar and one other girl hit they don't strike out.
They're the anchors.
They at least get on base, right?
Right.
But even further than that, like, I don't think there's another kid on the team, maybe that plays their positions as well as she does. She's really good.
Well, and she's the catcher.
Yeah.
Well,
that's the other thing. Like, that's like a main role. It's a key role.
Absolutely.
And she's had multiple teams come up and talk to us trying to recruit her because, it's competitive softball, trying to recruit her just on her position play.
Right.
Like, not even on her batting, which, I'm thinking, if you can hit good. And, obviously, like, the position matters a lot, but, like...
If you're a clutch catcher, pitcher, or shortstop...
Yeah.
Like...
Oh, hell, even first base, third base, you know what I mean? Like, really?
Catching and pitching, you're involved...
That's the important.
Every fucking play.
Yep.
Like, it's
100%. Yeah, she's really good, dude. Like, it's so funny because...
I was an outfielder. I was picking fly.
I was a catcher. Samantha was a catcher. Samantha's sister was a catcher. So, like, she comes from a family of catchers. Yeah, just lineage of catchers.
You know how to get low.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Get low. All knees blown out. Right?
Back to your daughter.
Back to
the old niece.
Yeah, but so she's really good, dude. And
got them sex slippers. What?
What?
You said knees blown out. I thought about the slippers. I'm sorry. Continue. My bad.
Back to my second grade daughter, Shane. So
light it up.
So we are on this team, and she's just like, very good. And the team that we're on is not like, they're not.
Is it for the school?
They're not super competitive. They're not like,
it's fun.
They want to like do more, but they're just not a good team. I'll just be honest with you, right? But we're comfortable there, and we were like, you know what? We're going to learn, and then we're going to explode our wings and fly after. But me and Samantha have this curse where neither one of us like losing at anything.
Well, I know your woman, pretty competitive.
Super competitive. It has unfortunately dripped through the genes to Skylar. So she's just not about losing. And here's the thing, brother. We've been doing a lot of losing in this team.
Right.
And sucks. So we finally, someone that we know who played on the team with us last year, they floated their wings and flapped their wings. That's the second time I said floated wings. They flapped their wings and went to another team. This team is really good.
Is it like competitive?
Yeah.
That's what she needs.
And so they asked us if we would come and catch with them, just pickup games. And
right.
Me and Samantha both like to check it out. Yes, we would love to. However, we're not going to shit on this team because we're already struggling to have enough people for league play. If we dip out, not only do they not have a catcher, but they're also probably don't even have enough kids to play league play.
Well, so, you guys made a commitment.
Yeah,
so,
I do like the coach, and I do like a lot of the people on the team. It's just it's just not for us.
Well, and if you find the right program, like softball is year round.
We're going around with this team right now. We're going on a tournament. Our first tournament with them is this coming weekend, in Harrah, Oklahoma. So bought a hotel in Harrah, freaking staying out there for 2 nights because it's probably gonna be at least a 2-day tournament. And obviously, if you win a lot, then it's longer.
Is it? You said this weekend or no?
This weekend, yeah.
It is supposed to rain.
Is it?
I look. Well, at least here. Yeah. I don't know about Harrah, but
I bet same. But yeah, and so just getting ready for that. Now we're double practicing because we're practicing with our team, and then we're practicing with this team that we're gonna pick up on. And it's just been busy, dude. Plus, your situation has taken you out of work a day or two, and the extra pickups and it's just been a week.
Well, and I know, my girl Jessie, which she's a monster.
Basketball,
right? Yeah, basketball, okay. And we've got her in this competitive program, and she's been with them for a little less than 6 months. Leveled her up so much. She was already really good and one of the better players on her team, but now she's like she coaches her team as they're playing.
That's awesome.
And they made it to state this year, and she cares a lot. Like, she really cares. And at the state game, you know, she's excited. Everybody's nervous. Like, they've got these cool little walkouts like planned, and in the first 10 seconds, she gets ran over, like completely blindsided right on the out of bounds line. Girl runs her over. She like hits her elbow. You can tell she's like rattled in like the first 10 seconds. Like the worst possible way to, you know, start a state game. So they get ran over. I mean, I'm saying they're like down 30-2 by halftime.
Oh wow!
Like completely fucking ran over. And I'm sitting there, and I know she's like burning, and the other girls on her team, everybody at this point's kind of given up, and the other girls are like playing patty cake and fucking off, and
they're mentally checked out. Yeah.
Right. And she's just there, just crying, worked up, and their coach, and he's like a pretty laid back, chill dude. He's not like the guy out there screaming and yelling at him. And he's trying to talk to him, and Jessie, she's just checked the fuck out. And I know that feeling of like you want everybody to care as much as you, and you can't. Like you can't control anybody else. And so I ran down there, and I like kind of fucked the coach off, and I was like, "Yo, come here." I'm like, "This is your last game with this team.
Yeah,
this is your last game with it, because at the school she goes to, it only goes to a certain grade, and so this is like the last time they're all going to play together."
I would have said take every shot.
Well, that's what, dude. I literally was like, don't worry about moving the ball around. Don't worry, like, go out there and have fucking fun.
Yeah.
Take the dumb shot.
Make it a highlight
Go for
reel.
it.
Yeah.
I'm like, literally, like do your thing. I'm like, this is it, man. So take a deep breath. You can't make everybody do what you want them to do.
Right.
I know you want it. At this point, y'all are probably fucked. Like,
yeah, you're not gonna win.
Have fun with it. Like, make some highlights. And dude, she came out second half, like literally. She was the only kid on their team to make points. I think it ended like around 50-5. Like, I know she got fouled a couple times, and because in basketball, once they know who the scorer is, they'll foul the fuck out of them every time they get the ball. But she's the only one that made any points, and she had fun. And afterwards, she even she was like, "Thank you so much. I needed that." I'm like,
gotcha.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Yeah, well, and I was never like a stud on any team I played on. I played every sport, and I was like subpar at best. Yeah. Like I was never a hammer or a killer, but I am competitive. Yeah. And I get that. Like, and it's one of those where she is truly gifted, and that's like rare. Yeah. In her brain, in her young child brain, it's like everybody should be like as driven as me. But I'm like, it's just not how it works. Like, you're in school, you found something fun to do, and it's cool, you know, to take the time. Is she doing any
other sports?
Track. No, she just won first place in a track competition. Dude, she's a killer. Like, she got valedictorian. It was like announced a couple weeks ago. She's the valedictorian in her school. She won first in track. Like, she is an absolute monster. Like, it's
she starts high school next year, huh?
9th. So yeah, freshman.
Damn.
No, well, and it's
old.
Funny, dude, because like, you know, I've got a like complete spectrum,
all of them,
of kids, and
all the kids.
Like, most of my kids are in that like whatever mode, and that's like normal, but most of the other kids aren't like aspiring to, you know, be Caitlin Clark or like go to school for, you know, this, that, or whatever. Like one of mine hit. They were like, "You know what I want to be?" I'm like, "What's that?" They're like, "An actuary." I'm like, "Dope." Which I don't know what fucking actuary is. I think it has something to do with coding, but it's. I'm like, what was that?
Insurance?
I don't know if you're asking a question or you're making a statement. Our wonderful producer screamed insurance.
Insurance actuaries.
Insurance actuary. Are you Googling this?
Mm-hmm. An actuary is a business professional who analyzes the financial consequences of risk using mathematics, statistics, and financial theory.
It sounds like they make good money. It seems like a good money thing.
Yeah, probably.
See, I was just, happy to not be like swinging a hammer.
Oh, yeah, 125 to 132 is the average.
Respectable. That's nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Senior actuaries, around 200.
I mean, that'll do.
Which kid wants to be this?
I didn't say the name because I was like, all right, I'm already doting so much on her. But yeah, Jessie, she hit me with the actuary.
Kid's smart, dude.
Bro,
who would have? I assure you, I'm an adult. I'm 35 freaking years old, and I had to Google an actuary.
Straight up. Straight up. Like, I've got another kid that's like, I want to be a fighter.
Like, I've heard the term. I just couldn't have told you what it was for.
If you would have told me it had something to do with like bird sanctuaries, I'd have been like,
I'd believe you.
Straight up. Yeah,
I wouldn't have said another word. I would have been like,
just wash your hands. You know what I'm saying?
Wash your hands. Watch out for the poo.
Yeah.
I got flu about it.
One of my kids was like, I want to be a fighter, and I'm like, I mean, here's the thing, dude. I support you.
But you need to have a backup plan.
Well, and I'm like, you realize people that you would be competing against, because he's gifted too, like in jiu-jitsu. And
I was about to say, Dane's
he is gifted. Like, and he's super competitive. He's got the right kind of aggression. He's smart, so he picks up fast. He's got a really good work ethic. I'm like, but fighting, like, the people who like tend to really rise in that are people that don't like have the best like upbringings, like people that have like real like struggle.
Start being shitty to him.
Well, right. I'm like, I'm like, you haven't like had to face a ton of adversity. Like,
no, that takes care.
I'm not saying you couldn't be that. I'm not saying like you wouldn't get there. I'm like, but right now, I'm like, you love doing jiu-jitsu. Like, you're super into wrestling. Like, I mean, I kind of like unintentionally like molded him to like the same shit that I like, and he's more into the stuff that I'm into, like,
because he don't have to work a full-time job, so
he's
got time to watch it.
He didn't have bills and shit.
Right.
Yeah, and a bunch of people that need other things, and so he's like updating me on like MMA and nerd movies like Marvel stuff. But awesome. I'm like, while you're like playing Xbox and watching movies, I'm like, there's another kid the same age as you right now that is training, like not just at practice time, but at home. I'm like, and if you don't have that drive, then I'm like, it's gonna be tough. Like, and because I try to get like kind of all my kids, I'm like trying to get it to click. I'm like, you can do like the things you're trying to get good at on your own time.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're not,
and you should,
right? Like, you're only allotted, so many hours per week to practice and work on your craft when you're doing it through like a school system. I'm like, if you want to be great, like, and it shouldn't be something you're forced to do either.
Sure.
I'm like, I'm not going to make you do it because I can't. I'm not going to be in there with you competing. Like, you got to have that like that drive and that mental like toughness and just that want and desire. That's got to come from right in the middle. And I'm like, and until you get there, I'm not gonna, because he wanted me to sign him up for MMA, and he's got like a couple buddies that train at this like I've had him in really good gyms where they're safe and they're smart, and then I've let him like go to a couple places where they just like spar, and I'm like, sorry bud, I'm like, that's like when you pay your own bills, you can damage your head as much as you want, but I'm like, I'm not. I'm.
You know what you ought to do?
What at?
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan. Forget.
Straight up, that'd be. I mean, here's the thing, dude. In a different life, shit.
I watched that I think it was yesterday or day before, it was just so funny because you're watching Daniel Cormier's face. He's like, no, that's my baby. No, maybe 6 months, but I'm there too. Like,
well, and he's pretty honest about it too. Like, 'cause his kids train, but he's like, it's a different thing. Like, he was an Olympian. Like, it's.
Well, think about it, dude. Think about it for a second. How many other fighters? Daniel Cormier did not have a bad story.
No, he had to get like good parents, right. And yeah.
Name another one. Well, I can't think of one.
John Jones is considered the greatest of all time. He had a really good family structure. Yeah. His brothers were NFL players. Like, he's a bit of an exception too because he's one of 5 boys. Right. Well, I think
that are all, over half of them are elite level athletes. Like 2 of them in the NFL, I think.
Yeah, no, 2 of them. Chandler Jones. I can't think of the other one, but no, one of them just passed away in the last year. One of his brothers.
Not the NFL one though, is it?
Yeah, one of them.
Oh,
yeah, their older brother.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was something like out of nowhere.
But yeah, you look at like the Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. Conor was a very. I can't even imagine what a slum in Ireland looks like. Probably a lot less help than what one would look like in America. Maybe not. I don't know.
I bet it's pretty white.
Yeah.
I bet it's a pretty white slum.
I bet it's a very white slum. Yeah, that's fair.
Well, part of his story is like he was on welfare and
literally on welfare, dirt poor.
Well, and what he had is like clutch in becoming like in chasing your dreams. Like he had a chick basically to support him while he went and chased a dream, and it paid off. Like it doesn't go that way, unfortunately, most of the time. Yeah, a couple times, but they got married. They got married. Like he what's that? Like Icarus? Like he flew a little too close to the sun.
He flew a little too close to the sun. Here's the thing, man. He's still my champion. You know, him and John are still gonna be my champions.
My dogs.
And both of them, just got some real shaky stuff. Like, damn it, man. Like, I really like you. It'd be super cool if you just not do any more piece of shit stuff because John
Jones
really get harder to defend while you're my favorite.
his deal where he did that hit and run. He hit a pregnant chick, fled on foot,
and then came back,
got the drugs and money, and then fled again. It's like, doggy.
You didn't know he was probably just high as shit, and like on the way back when he leaves again, they're like, "We know who you are, John Jones." Dude, like, you don't see me, bitch.
Hi, John. Like, yeah. Well, and at the end of the day, it's fucked up. Like it is, but for his situation, it was the smartest move.
100%.
Because he leaves, gets his attorneys on gets everything, because he ended up having to turn himself in for a second, then immediately bonded out. I'm not excusing it.
No.
And I couldn't do that. I'm not, unfortunately, I'm too, I would feel too, bad. But for his situation, it made sense. No, he did. It's funny. Daniel Cormier. It's because him and John have just a forever feud, and
they're good now though.
It
does seem a little fakey.
They Daniel will give John the flowers, because if John Jones didn't exist, Daniel Cormier would be known as the best ever. DC lost to John, and he lost to Stipe, but he also beat Stipe. So. Yeah. And he was the double champ. DC was
John Jones never lost to anybody
ever. And
did they get it struck? The one that he did lose?
No, it still is a loss. I know that they've been fighting it forever, but which it's so Matt Hamill is the guy that quote unquote beat him. But if you go back and watch that fight, Matt Hamill got his ass whipped the whole fight and then got disqualified. It should have, if anything, been a no contest, but. With Daniel Cormier, he was check it out, guys. John Jones is greatest of all time, undeniably.
But I still beat him.
Well, he does not count when John Jones did that head kick. I think it was their second fight. John hit him with a head kick. And what was even crazier is he called it before the fight. In the press conference, he's like, "I'm going to take this leg. I'm going to knock you out with it." And
John did that?
Yeah, and hit him with, the exact kick that he was calling out. rocks them, and then goes on the ground, finishes them with elbows. DC does not consider that a loss because John popped for like whatever steroid. So in DC's eyes, like that doesn't count. That's not a loss. And I'm not an Olympic level athlete. I'm not near as competitive as Daniel Cormier, and I never will be. I would imagine for the ego, like you've got to kind of like the only reason he beat me was because of that. But you could pump me with all the steroids, like all of them.
And you could fight one of them guys in 10 years and still lose.
I could train every day from this moment until whatever, years down the road date, and be in, the best shape a Shane Davis could ever be in. And
get dog walked.
And get just fucked over. And he could retire today and fight me, however long. Yeah. I'm like dog, you got beat. Yeah.
Period.
Well, and there was like the same deal with this dude Devin Haney. He's a boxer. He boxed Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney was undefeated. Ryan Garcia beat him, like beat him, and then he popped for something. I forget what it was, but he popped for something. And Devin Haney, they got the loss removed. Turned it to I think a no contest, but he's still undefeated. But he's like promoting a fight right now, and like he is just talking like undefeated. I'm like, we all watched you get your ass whipped, bro. It's a kind of a crazy like.
Yeah, you know what sucks is some of these I know we got to move on. We've been talking about everything, but cannabis. Right. But what kind of sucks is like some of the stuff that has made people pop for PEDs. Performance enhancing drugs for the people that don't know what PED is. Sorry, I could have been. There's no O. But yeah, it's stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and I know John said this in one of his interviews, and I don't know if that's the truth or not because I didn't look into it. But like, a dick pill could make you fail a drug test, right?
Anderson Silva was one that he claimed. Who fucking knows?
Oh, well, yeah, it was Anderson Silva.
I think both.
No, yeah, John Jones did too. Yeah.
Well, and with DC's, it was so they used to use USADA.
Yeah, right.
USADA, like, they could break things down to the picogram.
Is USADA a private company or are they a government entity?
No, they're private.
Okay, that's what. But yeah, it's USADA's United States Anti-Doping Agency.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the name and I was like, United States, hold on, is that But that's just, yeah.
Well, they had the guy who was like essentially in charge, his name was Jeff Novinsky, which they gave him like the nickname the Golden Snitch because he was so good at catching people. Which I'm like, that's a wonderful nickname.
Yeah.
But
if I owned a company that did that, I would absolutely want to be the best snitch ever.
Dude, yeah, he's
in that light
great at it. And he left USADA, and then there's like a new. That's my phone. Somebody is at my front door. But no, he left USADA, and then the UFC is working. They dropped USADA, and they have Jeff Novinsky's in charge of their like anti-doping now. So they like took the best guy and got rid of USADA because I guess there's been a couple situations where USADA blocked. Like I guess Conor McGregor was going to come back earlier, and then they blocked it because like he, when he broke his ankle. In that fight with Dustin, yeah,
he went to Switzerland.
Well, so, and this is something I agree with. Like, I 100% do not agree that people should be allowed to do performance-enhancing drugs while they fight. Like, you can, like, literally, like Michael Bisping lost an eye.
Sure.
With Vitor Belfort, who popped a lot. You're playing with people's lives, right? Yeah, baseball, let's Mark McGwire that shit, but. When you're like not fighting,
I also agree. By the way, like I think maybe football it's tough, right? Because it's super physical, but like especially in like basketball and baseball, like you're not making contact on purpose with anybody,
right? You
should be able to take all the damn drugs you want to take to be as best you can. I hate that, and it makes it more entertaining to watch.
No, the funnest time in baseball was like home run derby, Mark McGwire, King Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, like Sammy Sosa. that was like the golden era of those dudes just, I mean, knocking them. But
it just doesn't seem as fun nowadays, does it? It's almost like the drugs made it not as fun to watch.
Well, but when you're not fighting,
of all time, by the way, that was the only time in my life that I ever watched baseball. I was a huge Cardinals fan because of Mark McGwire.
Dude, he was a monster.
Oh, he was
like,
yeah,
and great. He just looked like a dude. Yep. Like he was jacked, but I mean,
he was
not like
jacked. Just big ass, like dude, neck just thick as shit.
No,
I went through all the trouble to turn the sound off on my phone,
and then it came through,
and then it comes through on here.
Well, see, I updated my Ring, and I've got this new AI attached with it. And now anytime someone like rings my doorbell, no matter if it's on silent or not, it'll pop through. But if you're not like in training camp and you don't have a fight scheduled and you're recovering from an injury, there are a ton of drugs that you can take to help you recover from that injury.
Yeah.
And so the rumor is Connor got on human growth hormone because apparently that's supposed to be like really effective.
Sense. Yeah, of course.
When you're like, trying to rebuild like bone and ligaments. So like they blocked it and there was a big thing, but the UFC, like, which doesn't look great, but they have their own drug company now, but it's ran by the Golden Snitch. So it doesn't appear great, but that guy also he doesn't care who you are. Like if you're cheating while performing, he's gonna come after you. But that was the fight minute. That was the controlled
40
burn.
minutes.
But no, so I saw there's been a lot of noise going on. I've been kind of not, super plugged in to our world the last couple weeks. So I spent a little bit of time before we got to the studio and kind of trying to get the pulse on our world. It seems like our industry is under attack.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it feels to me.
It won a lot of people in our community. I sent our producer a picture. So there is a Turn the Capitol Green, Make the Capitol Green event going on April 17th at the state capitol. It is a medical cannabis rally going from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's a lot of movement and traction on this thing. I don't like these kind of things. Like, I know the intention is great.
Yeah, I don't support it.
It's and I don't want to go as far personally saying I don't support it, but it worries me because the kind of I'm trying to not be what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to not like.
You're trying to be PC is what you're trying to do.
Well, in a way, it's if the right people attended that and it was handled in a respectful way, then I would be 100% for it.
Here's the thing: it won't be.
That's the problem.
That's my problem with this. So I want you to know, and I want to clarify and defend myself here. When I say I don't support it, let me explain. I support the cause. I support the idea. I'm telling you. There is nothing you can do by going to the Capitol, even if you acted perfect and you didn't smoke weed at the Capitol and you didn't,
screaming
talk
cuss.
Shit and scream and cuss. That optically alone is not going to convey the message that needs to be conveyed. The way, man, I sound like a broken record.
I know where you're headed.
The way we convey that message is by organizing professionally. But we here in Oklahoma, we can't do that. We try, and it just doesn't work. There's always, I'm so negative about.
It's been a long,
I'm telling you, man, going to Missouri and seeing how they interact, like they have an industry association called MOCAN. MOCAN is so organized, it's unreal. When we went down there for that event, they meet up, and at the event, there are multiple lawmakers, like 7 to 10 to 14, something like that. I know at the after party event, I think me and Matthew counted 14. And we're obviously we didn't go talk to each one of them, but they're clearly dressed differently. Like
one of these are not like
maybe one or two of them wasn't, but they were for sure in legislation somehow.
Right.
But Missouri has one industry association, at least one that I know of that's well known, right?
And I would imagine most of the big brands out there are a part of that.
All of them.
Like
all of the big brands are a part of them. They pay, their whatever, I bet it ain't, but maybe even if it's, let's say $2,000 a year, I'd pay $5,000 here in Oklahoma. OKCTL would pledge $5,000 a year if someone would have it and it ran correctly.
Right.
But it doesn't. And let me tell you why I know. Because I'm a member of the two largest ones that are out there. And
we've been involved with, I think, almost all of them. Yeah, in one shape, form, or way.
Me and Matthew were, we tried really hard to get the industries to merge, and unfortunately, and I won't say names, one of them just decided that they didn't want to. Just, it drives you nuts, man, because you know why Missouri loves why the cannabis industry does well with the Missouri lawmakers? Because they formed a PAC and they donate at least $250,000 per quarter to make sure that their bills get ran. They fund it. I know, guys, I get it. It's not a world that you want to hear. I get it. I understand.
It's the fucking reality.
I wish it was kumbaya too, and you could just do it because you liked it. But unfortunately, we live in America, and America is a capitalistic society. That is why we are the way we are. And you don't have to like it, but at the end of the day, if you want to be a part of it, that's how it has to happen. But yeah, man, they
know how to play the fucking game.
They know how to play the game, dude. It's so organized. They actually started off with more regulation, and they've actually made it better because they just did it. But it doesn't get received well here, I think, is how it started, is because as well as I know that the program we have here is not a true medical program. Now,
right.
With that being said, I don't think it should have to be. I think if you are an adult and you want to smoke weed, power to you. I don't think you ought to be made to feel bad for doing it, whatever. I think you're an idiot if all you do is smoke weed and you can't, be a parent, be a husband, be a provider.
Right.
Well, you suck. But ultimately, you should have the right to choose to be a piece of shit if you want to.
Right. Straight up.
I think the reason Oklahoma has such the negative connotation with, between, the capital and the industry is because everything we do is under the guise of medical. And it's not. It's not it's not in the way that they're looking at it. I think that it's just, you can't tell me that if I've worked a hard day and I want to go home and smoke a little joint and that's my way of unwinding, that's as medical as anything. That is, mental health is real.
Straight up.
You need to be able to unwind. I support that. I think just being called medical program but not really needing a quote unquote, medical.
Well, we all know. Let's not.
You know what I'm
bullshit
saying? It's medical wreck.
We all know that you have to almost do nothing to get a medical card. You pay the ticket.
I was 450 pounds and got one for loss of appetite. My first one.
We all know that part of it is absolutely a joke.
Yeah.
We are as close as you can get to recreational with the medical label, and that's what fucks us, because lawmakers can look at that and be like, hold on, you mean to tell me that if they've gone to any pop-up events, if they've gone to any actual like big events, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a party.
It's a party, and here's the thing, we fucking love it.
Yes.
We're a part of it. It's how we make a living.
I'm there.
But we also, we're not going to bullshit it either.
I just wish it was a recreational state.
It should be.
So it could be, you could have a recreational state. You don't have to pretend and say patience and blah blah blah. Which I
wouldn't have the foundation that the people that are coming at our industry. The foundation is based on that. If you removed that, and we were true rec, they wouldn't have a lot to say. Like
Right.
it would like that. Their complete argument, because we all know like they're also full of shit. Like
Yeah.
but let's be fair, so are we.
Right.
Like they with the like I keep seeing human trafficking. I haven't seen one true. Because OBN, they post everything they do. Like they're picking people, they're closing places down. They have sent a lot of people to ICE.
We ain't seen not one slave at any of the grows we went to. Ain't nobody that was held there. I don't think they're using that word right. No,
Well,
I'm kidding.
Because in the same vein, you see a massage parlor in every little town. And essentially what the like when you dig into it, the employees at a lot of these grows that are owned by people who maybe don't speak great English,
Right.
They're
Undocumented.
and they're being forced labor. They're underpaid, they're in terrible living conditions. It's the same thing with the massage parlor situation. Like a lot of those people are in a similar thing, but they're not like going crazy hard to get that out of there because nobody really gives a fuck, right? In our world,
Which, by the way, if you're one of those people, you're a piece of shit. So
hold on, which ones? The massagers or the massagees?
The people that own those businesses and hire people. And knowing good and well those people are fully reliant on you because you have got them here and they are,
no, you're scumbag.
You're a scumbag.
Sure.
And I don't support that at all. But let's just call it what it is.
No, but I do love getting J-O'd. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is nice.
A what?
A good old J-O.
Oh, a J.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
If you know,
If you know, you know. But if you don't, you ought to ask me outside of this show. No, I'm saying.
I will say, if you don't know what you're getting into, it'll take you for a ride. You will leave and your back will still hurt.
Don't say that you want the full service at the massage parlor.
Yeah,
because
no.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
Well, an age doesn't. It'll surprise you. Old Granny Gran will be like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Well, what?"
No.
Or somebody else. Somebody told me. But
if you're the person, I've been overcharged.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But either way, bad.
I just wish that it was, if we didn't have to say medical, if our program was just a recreational program, they would have a lot less to say. Because every time someone gets into a big, deep debate about this, they basically mock the program because it's titled medical. Right. That's why and here's the thing, unfortunately, I don't think, I may be wrong, but I'm not. I don't think the Democrat girl has a chance. I think, first, talking about governor here, I don't think the Democrat girl has a chance. I think it's for sure going to be a Republican, and I think it's going to be Gettner Drummond. That's what I think. Robert Brooks, we had him on the show.
He was in a little spicy situation in the last couple weeks at the Capitol.
I don't know if I saw that, but love the guy. Seems like a genuinely great guy. He has really good ideas. We've never had an independent be a governor.
It's not going to happen.
And it's not going to happen right now. I don't think so.
No.
Now, I hope I'm wrong. And someone, obviously we don't know him. Like, I don't know him for,
We just understand the game.
I've talked to him for, I would say several hours at this point, because we've had several phone conversations, had him on the show, and we're not Joe Rogan, so we don't get to have him for 3 to 4 hours where we can really get to know him, but we had him for a couple hours, so that's pretty good.
Like hour 59, bro.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's right. But, and it's just, I would love to see somebody like that who is coming in with no freaking big financial backing, nothing but some really good ideas, and just a decent human being. But that's just not the world we live in.
It's not how politics work. Unfortunately, I know it is what it is. Like, you have to not to back this horse, but if you're not a Donald Trump and you can't walk in and fund yourself,
right,
you're fucked. If you're trying to, and even he ultimately had to pick a side. But
right, if Donald Trump would have ran and he would have made it a new party, even if he would have ran independent, he likely wouldn't have won.
No, it just doesn't. it doesn't work that way. Like it's the amount of, and call it what it is. It's corruption, but
sure,
corruption's another word for business. And I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is, man. Like there's the sayings of it's about who you know. Like that's all real shit, man.
He's not saying every business is. He doesn't mean the whole definition.
We're talking about politics.
Yeah, No, it can be interchangeably used, is what he's saying.
In specifically politics, like if you don't understand the process, like you're fighting a losing battle, and
it's unfortunate but to kind of sum that up a bit, I just really wish that we were able to change the motto, to change this. I don't know the word. I wish we were able to change the face of cannabis, and I wish we had a recreational program. I really wish we had a rec program, even if it meant the taxes were a little bit higher. I'm not saying that we should do it with higher taxes, but I'm saying even if it meant that the taxes had to be a little bit higher, but we could have a truly, hard to vet medical program with, effectively no tax or very little tax. I would love that. That would be ideal in my scenario. I think if you are just like me, who when you consume cannabis, you're going to just consume at night to go to sleep or to unwind.
Right.
I would fall on the sword and take paying a higher tax rate so the little kid with freaking cancer could afford to get medicine. Because here's the thing. If there was a clear separation between the two, that's how you get medical programs that it's no problem finding penny meds and like the RSO program and all that. Right. And if that means that all of us, like me and you, I'm gonna call it like it is, you too, right? If me and you had to pay a little bit more so we could have a legitimate, like our people on Medicare that are old as shit that have Parkinson's or Jackie
would support
Angel, I would support it all day long. Well, I would prefer it, honestly.
So two things on this. The first thing is, and then think about this. My Berniacs out there. If you
burnouts
took away medical, replaced it with recreational, I don't think we would feel that much of a change if you just right now just snapped a finger and we were rec. I feel like our world would feel very similar to
except
what it has.
for all the dispensaries that have a little bit more business.
I mean,
because there's a ton of people that are still buying from the black market because they don't want to pay the $100 and something to get a card.
Well, but I think the culture wouldn't change. I think the events would look the same.
They would be better.
And that should tell you something about our medical quote-unquote program. But also, it kills me when I hear people bitching about the prices. Like, that drives me fucking crazy because...
You have no idea.
It wasn't 10 years ago that everybody bitching about prices today when we're in Oklahoma and the price per pound is about the lowest in the fucking country. It wasn't 10 years ago that you were willing to pay $20 for a fucking gram.
Yes.
Like like we could triple our prices and it would still be extremely lower than that.
Yeah, than what it was when we were all buying it from,
If you smoke weed, if it was $60 a gram and that was the only option, you're still going to make it work.
You might have been asking if they would sell a half a G.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's how you were smoking.
You 100%, like you would figure it out. You would eat less Taco Bell and like to enjoy
Dude,
that.
I'll never forget when I had a plug on $75 ounces back in that day.
Damn.
I thought I was the king of the world. But I could, and it was after like Good Bud had came around. Like, hey, we're past like
$75.
Dog, listen to this.
My shit was $200 at best.
Listen to the wait. No, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I said.
I was like, damn.
I remember when I found a plug for $75 quarters, and I was on top of the world, dude.
Yeah.
Because not only was that affordable for what that was what we could afford. Because I couldn't afford anything more than $75. It was a stretch to get 75. You know what I mean? Because I was broke. I was a kid.
Right. But you were smoking weed.
But I could also buy a $75 quarter and flip it and make money. Not that I did that, because that would be illegal.
Bro.
And I did not do that.
I remember
But I
back
could have if I wanted to.
Back in the day, I had a situation where I basically paid behind. I would get fronted the zip, and then when I'd go to pick up the next one, I'd pay for the last one. And so I was always kind of behind, but it was once a month. I had it worked out where I could afford to do that once a month. And by week 2.5, it was gone. And dude, I mean, the days of me sitting with my tray, scraping all my pipes, it literally making little mounds of nasty tar, and then smoking that shit for the last week and a half of the month until I got my up again.
Dude, it's so fun being like working at a lab now and like getting to understand like the scientific side to things that we experienced in the past. You know, like for instance, that, right? Like I was always like, man, the resin would get you so much higher, but
it did work.
It was always a sleepy high, right? Well, then you learn that, you know, when THC burns, it turns to, you know, CBN, and that's because sleepy. A whole lot of what made up resin was CBN, and we didn't know it. But that's the shit that makes you super sleepy.
You know, might have got strep throat more times than you do nowadays.
You know what you didn't get? You didn't ever get sick or hospitalized because of an aspergillus infection.
Fuck, bro.
I promise it had some asperges on it,
dude. It's crazy to think how different the world was then. Like, I mean,
bro, I found plastic fingernails.
Dude, I wouldn't smoke resin for nothing today. For nothing. Like, I'm straight. As soon as that pipe stops working, gone. On to the next. We are so spoiled.
Oh, bougie spoiled. Absolutely.
It's because
I don't even buy low quality, bro.
Well,
yeah.
And people look at me fucking crazy anytime I bring this up, but I swear by it, dude. Like,
the last time, crazy look ready.
Well, the last time that I smoked Reggie, like true Reggie,
Mexico,
was when we were in Tijuana, and you couldn't because you were all surgery up. But I got me some mota, and it was like, and I hadn't seen it for like a few years before we went there. But it was some straight up bricked up wooden. You couldn't grind it in a grinder for nothing.
Bro, if I could find some Reggie, I would have some.
Like, hey, everybody out there, if you got the plug, because like old school Reggie,
don't call us because we would never do anything against the rules.
Yeah, it was like Thai, like mostly Thai, like some Hindu, but dirt weed, right?
Right,
bro. I'm telling you, that was. Like in memory, like the best high I've had throughout, because around that time, or like a little bit before that, me and you went to Denver, and we tested out the rec world there, and we got a lot of great stuff, and it was cool. But then
we talked about it there in that hot tub, remember?
Yeah, it's like Reggie was. And I promise you, it would have failed for all the aspergillus, all the heavy metals, all the pesticides, whatever. Like.
But that giggly, fun high.
The amount of ridiculous food me and you made at your mom's house, smoking Reggie, like we literally like potted meat with mayonnaise on cheese, your fucking peanut butter cheese sandwiches.
Hey,
like,
they're good.
Dude, here's the thing. It sounds terrible. Do yourself a favor. Find some Reggie and then make you a peanut butter and cheese.
Peanut butter and cheese, man.
Peanut butter,
I'll tell you,
slice of cheese.
You can do it with a Monterey Jack or a Colby Jack or whatever, but just one time to experience it the way I grew up, get you a peanut butter on bread with a Kraft single, baby. An old school processed American cheese. That was the original cheese that I ate on it, and it was delightful. But I've had it, as an adult. I don't buy processed cheese anymore. I don't have American cheese, rarely. And even what's funny, even when I buy American cheese nowadays, it's like American from the deli, so it's like still a different cheese, but it tastes closer to it. But I haven't bought a Kraft single or ate a Kraft single. I can't tell you when.
Your boy still gets that great value.
Well, yeah, you've got 10 kids.
I'll get that individually wrapped white American cheese.
One of my kids don't even like cheese. It's not that they don't like it, but like
I got one of those.
They're picky about cheese. Like
I got a non-cheesy.
Almost no cheese. Like we'll eat it on a cheeseburger. But even then, sometimes she's like, I just want a hamburger, not cheeseburger.
That's crazy.
No cheese. That's why I'm like,
no,
ain't no way. I looked at Samantha. I thought she cheated. I was like, there ain't no way that's my kid. That's no way that's my genetics, because I could eat cheese on everything.
No, I've got one of mine that I made super picky. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like I had you're the least pickiest eaters ever. Dog, there's things that I like don't prefer.
Right.
But there's nothing that I won't eat. Like
yes,
if I'm starving.
100%.
Like
you have quirky like habits and things like that you don't like. I have a few things that I'm like, that's not my favorite.
I don't fuck with mac and cheese. I don't fuck with like spaghetti, rice, like spaghetti without, because I grew up with spaghetti with like no meat in it. Oh. That was like normal. Like my mom would always make spaghetti and there would be no meat. It would just be like spaghetti and fucking like sauce and but I will eat all of those things. Oh, yeah. You know what I mean?
Same.
But like in,
I hate macaroni and tomato. I grew up eating it. My grandma made
say that again.
Macaroni and tomato.
What
Let me explain. Macaroni. Tomatoes, like tomatoes out of a can, like stewed tomato or tomato sauce in a can. Just dump it in the unseasoned macaroni with some salt and pepper. Here's the thing, dude. I ate it a lot as a kid because my grandma made it at least 2 or 3 days a week. It was if she made liver, that for sure came with it. If she made salmon patties, that for sure came with it. And if she made pork chops, that for sure came with it. Those were 3 things that I ate a lot of as a kid. As an adult, and I loved it as a kid, I remember I ate it. I've had it as an adult, and I'm like, I will never purposefully make that again, or like have that again. I will not eat it at somebody's house. If I'm being rude and someone makes me a plate with it, I'll eat it, but I'll never choose it again.
Like on Thanksgiving, because like everybody else in my house loves mac and cheese. Like it's like everybody
I like mac and cheese.
I know that I've got a limited amount of space that I'm working with here, and I want to get my gluttony on. You know, I want to eat. So I will not waste any space on macaroni and cheese.
That's crazy.
But if
I have space devoted to mac and cheese.
Yeah, see, not me. I'm not going to waste any of that room on that. Yeah. But like if I come home and my wife made like macaroni and cheese for dinner and there's nothing, like,
you can put a little on the plate.
I'm gonna eat some.
Yeah.
But no, I have kids that are like chicken nugget kids. Like,
what's your favorite stoned meal? Like if the world is your oyster and you're stoned to the bone, and either your wife or a chef or whatever, I'm trying to convey it here to you, but like you get to build the perfect concoction of a meal. Okay. What is that?
Easy.
But that would only be that way if you were stoned, and if you were like normal minded, you probably would not pick that particular mixture of things or whatever.
So, 2 things. Mall Chinese food.
Okay.
And my fat ass, I do this. I'm a get y'all in on this.
You peer into this world.
I never, which first off, I don't eat at the mall.
Yeah.
But I also, like, will go to the mall just to get food and leave like I'm door dashing to myself.
Yeah.
And take it home and eat it. But I will go to like the regular Chinese and get my noodles, get my bourbon chicken, and then get either General Tso's or some Kung Pao. But I'll get that. And then I will walk over to the other side, and there's a Thai, like,
at the corner on the very end.
That's like set up like the Chinese one is, but they've got their own style of bourbon chicken, but they have like curry chicken.
Yes,
and they have these curry noodles. Dog, I will literally go get a tray of that.
Those are my favorite.
Dude, the best.
The curry noodles are my favorite.
Dude, me and Cameron like will literally like she'll want white rice in the curry.
Crazy.
I will go get us like 2 trays over here, 2 trays over there, and have a feast. But
yeah, and just you share a little bit of it, you have the
straight up. Yeah,
that's the way.
And I always get like the 3-part meal because it always gives you that little extra cup of whatever.
Yeah.
And I take hers. Like I'll put whatever. Like I'll make sure she gets. Cause she's like, just give me like the 1 thing or a 2 thing. I'm like, got it. And I'll get the 3.
Roger.
But
so do you like?
So second thing stoned, high. Like I need some sweet, grilled peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
The grill. If you've never had this, please do this. You make it literally just like you would a grilled cheese sandwich, but peanut butter and jelly. And then hack on this is when you're done, like when you've made the sandwich, it's all grilled up.
Let it sit.
No, scoop a little bit of cold jelly on it. And be careful because that peanut butter gets real, like it gets hot. Yeah. So you for sure let it cool down. But if you put a little bit of cold jelly on there, it kind of offsets the heat, and it's fantastic. But Chinese peanut butter jelly grilled.
That sounds really good, man.
Dude, I'm hungry.
That sounds really good. I love cereal.
What's yours? I know we got a wrap here.
Cereal quick, is like I love...
No, high food, stoned.
Yeah, cereal. Love it.
Really?
Love that. Yeah. And here's the thing. I like cereal all the time, but like I will crave cereal. Or this is another one. So goofy. It's so stupid. You know the Fritos bean dip?
Yeah, of course.
In a can?
Yeah.
And the Fritos cheese?
Yeah.
Dog. I love them shits when I'm partaking.
What's your favorite chip to dip them with?
Fritos. The scoops.
See, I fuck with Doritos.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah, that dip is good with all chips, but I love Frito scoops, man. I just love them. I love corn chips, though.
No, I mess with, dude. Well, those twisted honey, what are they, like honey barbecue?
Oh, those are fire.
Fire.
Oh, they're amazing. They're amazing.
I'd say those are probably my top 3 favorite chips. Those ones. Oh, yeah. Like,
we have an event to talk about.
I was gonna ask you. I meant to ask you before we did the studio. Don't we have like Dude Fest?
Yep, that is what I'm talking about.
That's what. Yeah. I
May 13th, the OCIA. OCIA. Oh, sorry. The May 13th is the OCIA Dude Fest Part 2. Super exciting. So, and we are they are looking for sponsors for it. There's a few left, I think. You have just enough time. The only thing left, I believe, is the lane sponsors, which is like $500. And I think you still have time to enter a team if you want to join. Now, here's the thing. You can come and be a part of this and not get a team and not do anything, and it's still going to be a blast.
You come chill.
But if you're going to bowl and actually be a part of the tournament, you need to hurry up and get those in.
Are we bowling?
Yes.
I'm bowling?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. We purchased one 4-man team. So I think for sure me and Matthew are going to do it. And I would assume that you are one of those people. Now, if you don't want to, tell me.
I ain't no bitch.
But I'm also kind of thinking about getting us another team and getting a few people in the lab to actually join. Because here's the thing. We don't, even when we like do stuff as a company, it'll often be me and you and our wives do some shit, and then everybody else does whatever they do. I don't know if they do it together or not, but I would like to just force interaction between us and the nerds. I mean, the smart people.
There's definitely like an odd separation, and we try, like, because me and you were like chatty, and we kind of force ourselves like into like, hey, what up, talk to me,
love me.
And a lot of the people that like do like the real work, they just don't tick that way.
I think we ought to buy another team, and if we can't get anybody to fill it, maybe even anyways, we do like boys versus girls or employees versus spouses. So like one team would be 4 people that they don't work at the lab, they're just espoused to somebody at the lab.
Our wives are 100% more competitive than me and you. Like, they both, it could be considered a sickness depending on what direction you point it. But I could see us getting our ass whipped. But
here's the thing, man.
We need a couple smarts that can hit us with the right trajectories.
I've tried to bowl, and I'm not nearly what I used to be. But just know,
I was never good.
At one point, I did bowl every Thursday on a league. And I bowled a 200 game.
Dude, if I get the
over 200,
because like I overthink the slide, I'm trying to like get that slide in, and I've hit it a couple times to where I'm like that. I might have squibbed the shot, but that slide, like picture perfect,
bro. Before this event, let's go bowling
I live right next to a bowling alley.
Here's the thing. Even if it's just me and you during the day, like on a Wednesday before the podcast, we just run over there just to knock out an hour of it, just to make sure we ain't going to look stupid.
I'm just saying that's an expense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to...
Well, that's a company expense.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's a company expense.
We do have to train Matthew.
The company would pay for that.
And they do have bars.
Now, maybe we don't put it in the... I don't maybe necessarily have to tell them we're going to do it, but when asked about the credit card statement, why, $100 was spent at AMF bowling, well, Matthew, we're on a freaking... We can't look stupid.
Politics.
Yeah, politics, brother.
I'm saying politics.
Capitalism. And that's our show. No, I'm just saying.
It costs money to be good. You guys want some winners. We gotta practice. No, dude, literally
next week,
right next to one.
Yeah, and it's a good bowling alley too. Pretty good.
Meh.
Next week episode, we will have a little bit more time, and we will I'm gonna have a little bit more info about what bills are actually going in. I've got it today, but we're out of time.
Yeah. Well, and Brett, shout out Brett Edwards, my man.
Bastard.
No, he had he was supposed to be here today. It was all good, and then like a few hours ago, he had a thing come up. Life happens. We'll eventually get around to it. We'll make it happen.
We don't get mad unless you're John Kumbas.
Yeah. Fuck Kumbas.
Fuck you, John. But anybody else that is on the show and you can't make it last minute, I get it, bro. Life happens. But if you're John Kumbas, you're a piece of shit.
Done.
There's that. You can end with that quote. But that's all for this week.
That's all I got. I'm stunned.
Well, guys, we will see you next week. I am Brandon Fountain.
I'm Shane Davis.
Now you said the sing part.
And we...
There it is.
...are the Controlled Burn.
We out of here.
Bernie X.